What is up, YouTube and Twitch gang? Today, back. More Danganrompa. Trigger, yes. Trigger happy Havoc. Yeah. Try to say that one time. Okay. There's a chapter select? Okay. Who's ready to listen to me talk for 2 hours straight? I know I am.
Logically. I just have to tune you out so I can read.
You can just listen to me, right? I'm basically narrating your game.
It is useful some of the time. Not in this game though.
Guess I should press the doorbell.
I'm gonna go. So you guys have fun with your game.
Oh, we will, and it was fun playing with you.
Yeah. Boy.
Boy. Water. You know, Makoto, I'm so anxious, I really am afraid. Should I talk to Sayaka for a while? Absolutely. Are you going to try and cheer me up? Sorry for making you take time out of your day like this. I did my best to comfort Sayaka. Sayaka and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Sayaka a present? Yes, definitely. What would you like to give her? We all know what I want to give her. A school crest. It's all I can give her. Nah, she didn't get a present. Yeah, I'm sure. Makoto? You think you could make time for the two of us to talk? What's wrong? Why are you being so formal? Well, it's just, I guess that was kind of formal, but just because I know I can count on you. Huh? Having you by my side really makes me feel a lot better. If you weren't here with me, I just don't know what I'd do. I'd be lost.
That's why.
I hate that we had to meet again under such awful conditions, but I'm relieved you're with me. Sayaka. Standing here, face to face and hearing her say that. It's nice, but kind of embarrassing at the same time. I know how you feel. You being here is what saved me. Really? Thank you for your for the flattery. That smile, that mysterious smile that softens my heart. I really wasn't flattering her. That smile saved me. But it's kind of strange, you know? I never thought I'd get a chance to really talk to you like this. All through middle school, you never talked to me. In fact, you never even looked at me. It's because you were like a celebrity, I couldn't just go around staring at you. Wait, how do you know I never looked at you?
Hey,
Because I looked at you all the time? Huh? I was always looking for an opportunity to talk to you. You wanted to talk to me? But since I always had so many people around me, we ended up graduating without saying a word. That was one of my biggest regrets. But why me? You remember during our first year of junior high, that huge bird wandered into the school pond? Actually, now that I think about it, I do sort of remember something like that. It was like out of a fairy tale. A turtle once every million years. That bird once every 1,000. A huge bird wandered into the school pond during our first year of junior high. I think that might have been... How am I supposed to know what bird it was?
I guessed right. I mean, I definitely knew.
A sparrow, right?
hey,
But sparrows were really common around there, right? It had a whole flock living there. Oh, but sparrows do show up in all kinds of fairy tales. Like that one, the tongue-cut sparrow. Yeah, true. But no, the bird we saw that day was a lot bigger. Huge bird wandered to school pond during first year. Oh, it was a huge bird. It was a crane. I just walked right, walked right in the pond. That's right. That's what it was. It was so big the teacher had no idea what to do. You led to the forest behind the school. You helped to find its way out. Well, only because I was already in charge of taking care of the animals at school. They made me do it.
you see,
I should have said thank you then, but is it okay if I do it now? Thank me. I'm that crane, you see. I've come to return the favor. Here, let me make you a cloak. Haha, just kidding. Yeah, I kind of figured. Honestly though, I was so impressed. That's why I always wanted to talk to you, even just once. I never imagined this would be how I got my chance. Yeah, if we'd met at the train station somewhere downtown, that'd make for a nice dramatic reunion. But instead, it's a weird school. Maybe, but still. I'm sure you'll help me find my way out, just like that crane. You'll save
you
me.
see.
It's just intuition, I know, but I still believe it. I'm going to save her. I'll do my best, I promise that. Or I'll make sure it's more than just intuition. If there's anything I can do, I'm going to do it. I believe in you. Besides, my intuition always turns out to be right.
Like I said,
'Cause I'm psychic.
psychic.
Haha, kidding. She laughed out loud as she said it. The closer we get, the stronger the smile of hers makes me. I was glad to feel that way. Sayaka's report card has been updated based on your experiences with her. You just unlocked the skill Melodious Voice. I didn't even get to give it a chance. Once we were done, I headed back to my room for a little while. Where's my bed? It's on the ceiling. Bing bong.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone.
Sweet dreams,
Good
Mother
night.
Kuma.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Today's already come to an end, but I swear tomorrow I'm going to find some kind of clue. Swear. As my eyelids began to slide closed, the conversation I had with Sayaka that morning began to replay. In a way, it's almost frustrating. Even if I understand where her desperation is coming from, I can't share in it. The pressure she's under in a different way from anything a normal high schooler like me goes through. She didn't just stumble into the school the way I did, so I can't say I feel things the way she does. Compared to her, no, compared to everyone else here. There's no doubt I just don't match up. I guess that might explain my own frustration. So I'm sure that you've noticed the killing game has begun, but there's still room for a little laughter. It seems our newest student, already so filled with despair, still have some hope to escape. Hoo hoo hoo. So where will it begin? When will their hope begin to die? Is it time yet? Is it time? Heart.
Excitement.
Yeah, my heart's pounding with excitement. Because killing. I feel like you're just gonna take all these things out of context. It's just gonna sound very bad.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7
Okay, we don't need to listen to that. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Beds on the roof. That's it. Morning's come. What should I do today? Free time. Well, I'd like to go to sleep, but my bed's on the ceiling. So I think we get out of here. Huh? What'd you say?
I think I already maxed out my bond with Sayaka.
Is it just to get the skill? Or?
Well, I got 2 things.
I'm tempted to talk to baseball guy. If it plays out like the show, both of them are gonna have pretty limited time with.
Yeah.
Presumably, no spoilers, chat, because I don't even know if they're spoilers. I'm gonna talk to Leon.
Hey, you bastard!
What are you doing, Makoto? We gotta hurry up and find a way out of here. Should I hang out with Leon? Spend some time with Leon.
Is it like
You're not trying to get me alone so you can kill me, are you? No, that's not my job.
you?
My fans will go psycho on you if you do. I'm as popular as any international superstar. But if you're not gonna murder me, then let's hang out. I don't really want to be alone anyway. Spend some time with Leon. Leon and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Leon a present? No. I'm not even afraid anymore. Now I'm just mad.
Hey, you bastard!
Why is this happening to me? It isn't fair, man. I mean, am I wrong? Oh, yeah, it really isn't. Right? Totally unfair. Ultra unfair. Just like having to shave my head right before every baseball game. Well, I mean, you choose to do that, right? Come on, man. Are you against me now, too? I don't even want to play, but the coach and all the teachers begged me, so I did it. And then they made me shave my head just because it's tradition. How's that fair? You really hate baseball that much, huh? Dang straight I do. Who has fun running around on a dusty field for 3 hours? But for baseball players, the field is like sacred ground, isn't it? But it's so not cool spending all the time at practice getting covered in sweat and dirt.
Hey, listen.
It's just baseball, right? It's easy. Who needs practice? I think the gods picked the wrong person to bless with that much talent.
Oh, yeah?
Still, I gotta admit, baseball wasn't all bad. I did have a few things going for it. Yeah, right? Like the feeling of camaraderie between you and your teammates. Nah, nothing like that. I can't stand being around a bunch of sweaty guys. It's so totally uncool. Then what did you like about it? Well, I hate studying, right? But I still got into the super fancy school on the sports scholarship. As long as I kept playing, I never had to study. And besides that, it made me super popular with the ladies. Booyah, you jealous? I got to third base in more ways than one, if you know what I'm saying. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding. I got plenty more where that came from. I'll tell you more about it next time. Anyway, let's hang out again sometime. Talking to you helps keep my mind off this place. Smile on his face and a spring in his step, Leon strolled away. I'm not really sure why, but I guess Leon liked hanging out with me. Here's unlocked robot jock. Give yourself a pat on the back. You earned it. A pat on the back. Once well done, head back to my room. I wonder if I'm actually supposed to be gaining information right now. You know, besides just like talking to people.
happened.
Huh?
Nothing's really happened.
Yeah,
you
but
could be gaining victory, but you don't know if it's gonna be useful.
I don't know. I really don't feel like sitting here. Maybe I'll take a look around. Yeah, can I leave my room? Leave the area? Yes. I'm guessing I could talk to another person if I wanted to. I might check the kitchen, see what's up. Might explore the place a little bit, you know? Nothing crazy going on there. Still can't enter the bath. What about this box area? No. Maybe I do chat up with people. Can't chat up with Leon again though. Maybe I'll chat up with her. Out for a walk, Makoto? Mind if you invited me along? Should I talk to Sayaka for a while? Yeah. Okay, let's go for a walk. I think it'll cheer the both of us up. I enjoyed a long, leisurely walk with Sayaka. Sayaka had to grow a little closer today. Would you like to give Sayaka a present? Absolutely not. Bing bong. Guessing it's nighttime.
This
Yes.
as such, soon the doors to.
Yeah,
Okay,
I get
then.
it. Third day's already coming to an end. Then will I? No, we. When are we gonna get out of here? I laid on my bed and stared blankly at the ceiling. And before I knew it, I'd fallen into an uneasy sleep. I need an immediate fast action pick-me-up. If it doesn't act now, it's the same as giving in to regret. What do you think guides the world? Speed, of course. That's why Formula 1 drivers are so popular. Any idiot can accomplish something if they take it slow. Even a slow piece of excrement could create a masterpiece if they spent their entire life in it. Someone who does things in a timely fashion is both wise and admirable. Straight is better than a curve or an angle. Freestyle is better than a backstroke or a breaststroke. Drive-through is better than sit-down. A Sunday comic artist is smarter than a graphic novelist. What I'm saying is, speed is the gold standard of the standard world.
Which is why I said I need that pick-me-up.
Meanwhile, I have no idea how many seconds later. Bing bong. Guessing it's morning time.
Good morning. Get ready to.
I woke up to the irritating sound of Monika's voice. I slowly pulled myself out of bed. Yeah. Another night of restless sleep. Day after day, I can feel the fatigue piling up as soon as the thought had crossed my mind. Ding dong. Sound of a doorbell forces its way into my room.
Hey.
Fantastic morning, isn't it? Taka. Now then, if you'll pardon the interruption, without waiting for a reply, Taka barged into my room. What's up, Taka? No matter how intensely the stormy seas may batter me, I will not fall as long as my feet are firmly planted. You agree, right? I'm not sure I understand.
Without a doubt.
And if you can't do it alone, just find someone to support you and you can support them back.
Hear me?
And that's how you can overcome any storm. I was thinking about it last night and I decided we all really need to come together. And that was when I realized every morning from now on after the morning announcement, everyone should have breakfast together.
Quiet down and listen.
And that was the beginning of that fateful day. Please head to the dining room at your earliest convenience. That's all for now. I have to go let everyone else know the good news. Taka didn't even wait for a reply. He turned and left before I could say a thing. Well, I guess I'd better head to the dining hall. How am I supposed to do that when my bed's on the ceiling? I mean, it doesn't really interrupt me, but the point is, Jared, it kinda does. I don't gotta talk to everyone, right? Let's just talk Taka.
Listen to me.
Looks like everyone's here, so then let's begin our very first breakfast meeting.
Quiet down and listen.
Everyone, thank you for making time in your busy schedule to come together.
Break.
I didn't make time for stuff, you dragged me here. I know I already mentioned this earlier, but in order to get out of here, it is essential that we all cooperate with one another. And the first step is this breakfast meeting to allow us to become friends and build trust. And from now on, let's all meet here at the dining hall every morning after the morning announcement. Now then, let's eat. You want me to eat breakfast with other people? I've never done that before, I'm not sure.
I mean, seriously?
Yeah, it's been a while for me too.
But more important.
Well, anyway, did anyone happen to come up with any clues? Silence echoed throughout the dining hall.
Seriously?
Nothing at all.
Hey!
Anything, it can be about how to get out or who's doing this. Nobody has anything.
Are you okay with this?
You are going to die.
Huh?
Huh?
Do you understand?
If you can't stop yourself from showing weakness in front of others, you will die.
Stop it!
What the heck? Don't even freaking joke about that. I'm not joking. Adaptability, survivability, did I not say so? So you'd better hurry up and adapt to your new life here.
What the hell is
Have you gone completely insane? Adapt to my new life here? Do you have any idea what you're saying?
What?
Yeah, it sounds like the girl wants to
What?
live here, and heck, more power to her.
Piece of shit.
But heck, no way in heck am I living here. I'm getting out of here. I don't give a heck. Sure, feel free. Okay, so nobody has any clues?
What the heck?
One thing I can tell you is who's behind all this, someone who's totally weird and messed up. Why else would we be trapped in here in the first place?
Listen.
Well, sure, it could be something like that, but right now, actual clues are, what's up? If you think in terms of people who are really abnormal or bizarre, think maybe the person responsible for all this could be a certain murderous fiend? Murderous fiend? Hero, do you have some idea who might be behind all this? Well, maybe. I mean, I can't be certain, but... Certainty is not a concern right now. I'll allow whatever remarks you may have.
You know?
Okay, well. Have you guys heard of Genocide Jack? You mean that serial killer that's been in the news and all over the internet? The monstrous villain who's murdered scores of victims in brutally bizarre fashion. The word bloodlust was left at each murder scene written in the victim's own blood. Whoever it is, he's like a ghost he strikes without warning and disappears without trace. And on the internet they started calling him Genocide Jack. That about covers it, I think. They say he claimed over 1,000 victims. And that's just an urban legend though, right? I mean, even like 10 people would be totally insane. Anyway, whoever Genocide Jack is, he's obviously some kind of super crazy guy. If he really is the ultimate psycho, I wouldn't be surprised if he put together something like this. But like I said, I can't be certain. I don't have any evidence or anything. It's just a thought.
Hey, hold on.
But if they're the killer, isn't that like the killer of a problem for us? Or isn't like a killer?
Yeah.
It's okay. Everything's absolutely, positively, 100% without a doubt gonna be okay. Because help's gonna be here soon. I'm sure of it. Help?
Because, I mean...
We've been stuck in here a few days already, right? Nobody's been able to contact us, so I'm sure they're getting worried. I bet they called the police already.
What's this?
The police? You're putting your faith in the police?
Bastard.
What are you doing here?
Guys...
Seriously, do you understand what role of the police exists to fill? All they're good for is being a foil playing against a villain or anti-hero or evil organization. The bad guys come along to destroy them, and that shows just how bad they really are. Are you sure you want to rely on such an unreliable group of losers? I mean, come on, if you really, really want to get out of here, all you gotta do is kill.
What the hell?
Why the heck are you laughing? I'm just impressed at the total commitment to this whole act. You're still going on about that?
Fucking dead.
So Mr. Serial Killer Psycho Freak, what the heck do you want? Mr. Serial Killer Psycho Freak, huh? That's a pretty long name. German, maybe?
Hey, come on.
We know who you really are. Maybe if I ignore him, he'll just go away.
You son of
Hey,
a
don't ignore
bitch.
me. Okay, let's get back to business. Your life here has already begun, and a couple of days have gone by and nobody's killing anyone. I thought all you kids were lazy and selfish, but here you are working together, but I'm totally bored. There's nothing you can say that'll make us start killing each other. I mean, I think yes. Ding, 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 I figured it out.
In other words...
All the mystery ingredients are here, right people, right place, so why hasn't anyone killed anyone yet? That's what I couldn't understand, but I realized there was one very important piece missing. What are you? If you want to know, I'll tell you. It's motive. It's so simple. I just have to give everyone a motive.
Stop fucking around.
Motive? What the heck are you talking about?
Hey,
Oh, by the way, there's something I want to show you
You
guys.
son of a bitch.
Stop changing the subject. I have a little video I'd like to show you all. Oh, but don't worry, it's not some pervy adult video or anything. Seriously, it's nothing like that. It's a special video for each of you showing what's going on outside the school. Outside the school? What are you talking about? Oh, Master's so impatient today. Why don't you just watch it and find out? Here in the school, there's a specific place you can go that has everything you need to watch the video. Good. Then we can go watch the video right now. Before we do that, I'd like to know, what are you? Why would you do something like this? What do you want from us? What do I want from you? Well, if you must know.
despair. That's all. Well now.
If you want to know more than that, you'll have to figure it out by yourselves. Do whatever you need to do to uncover the mystery hidden within the school. I won't try and stop you. Because to be honest, it's entertaining as heck watching you guys search so desperately for answers. So I guess I want amusement from you two. He's going. Once again, he left before we could find anything useful.
Right?
Really? I think we learned something very useful. He has no intention of standing in the way of our pursuit of the truth. Interesting.
However,
Perhaps, but what about the video he mentioned? I'm very curious to see what's going on in it.
that's true.
Same here. Okay, so Mondo started glancing around the dining hall. But when his gaze landed on me, he stopped.
Hell yeah.
Hey Makoto, pick this out for us, would ya? Huh? Why me?
Yo,
Because you're close to the door, that's the rule, right? Rule.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
hey.
Piece of shit!
Hey!
Stop fucking around.
You see how passionately I'm begging you? That what's the big deal? Just check it out real quick. Okay, I guess I'll get
Hell
going then.
yeah.
Awesome, thanks. I owe you
Hey,
one. If Makoto's going, I'm going with him. Not safe to walk around the place alone.
Yo.
Yeah, sure thing. We're counting on the both of you. If anything happens, just yell and I'll come running. Can't decide if Mondo's really dependable or completely terrible. Yeah, I'd have to say he's kind of both. He's not exactly a bad person, but I definitely can't say he's a good person either. Now we're in this specific place Monokuma mentioned. Must be somewhere we can watch DVDs, but if it's a place set up to watch DVDs, then okay. I'm guessing we might have to go here. It's probably some sort of yes. I wonder if the layout of the school is like actually the same as it is in the anime. But I wonder if you could even piece that together. Next to the monitor is a high-end DVD player to be able to play DVDs, but I don't see any actual disc nearby. The DVD player is useless by itself. If we had something to watch, at least that'd help pass the time. What kind of monitor is this? Who would even make this kind of thing? It is Monokuma Co. written across it. I guess they've covered all the details. There's something inside the cardboard box. It's a bunch of DVDs, and each has a label on it with someone's name. This must be the video of each of us he mentioned. Better go tell everyone. She just ran off. I didn't follow after her. I just stood there where I was. Thieves in front of her had robbed me of all awareness. I was rooted in place. I think I see something. Next to the monitors. Oh, okay. I'll just watch mine before anyone else gets here. I sorted through DVDs, and in the box, I found the one with my name on it. And then I slid into an expensive-looking player. I sat down and stared intensely at the darkened screen, and then... Is that my family? Ah, I yelled out without realizing it, and my heart started racing. Because what I saw in that monitor, it was my family.
You getting picked to attend Hope's Peak Academy is like a dream come true. Make sure you do your best.
I'm so proud of you, son. But remember, don't push yourself too hard.
Are you really watching this, Makoto? Good luck, okay?
If it had ended there, that would have been fine, a message of love and support. After leaving my family behind to attend Hope's Peak, it would have given me hope, given me strength. If this was a normal school, I would have been happy, if a little embarrassed. With my family's support to rely on, I would have been motivated to do even better. But here, now, it was totally different. I wasn't living an ordinary school life, so I had a pretty strong feeling that the video wasn't going to end there. I hated having that feeling, but it turned out I was absolutely right. This time I couldn't even make a sound. My voice just died. Where'd everyone go? It was like a war zone or something. As if in replay, a voice came floating out of the speaker. I recognized the voice, of course. It was him.
Makoto Naegi, accepted into Hope Peak Academy, and his family, who supported such a lucky boy. But it seems like something's happened to this family's well-being. Oh boy, this is bad. What could have possibly happened to this family's well-being?
Look for the answer after graduation. What is this? What happened, everyone? I started trembling. I could feel the fear and anger building up inside me like hot magma. Gosh darn it. I slammed my fist against the desk, and over again a single thought was racing through my mind. What else? How could I think of about anything else? I have to get out of here. I have to get out right now. I need to make sure everyone's safe. Makoto, what happened? Make sure who's safe? I noticed everyone standing around the entrance of the AV room. They stared at me, face full of confusion. What's going on? Without a word, I pointed to the cardboard box. Is it what Monokuma was talking about?
What does this mean?
What's on them? They all gathered around the box, and each of them grabbed the DVD with their name on it. One by one, they each rushed to a monitor. Didn't take long for them to react.
What the?
What the heck? This can't be real, right? It has to be fake, right?
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, no way it's real. Haha, no way. I can't take it anymore. I can't take this anymore. Let me out of here. As soon as I saw the reaction, I knew. They'd all seen something like what I'd seen. Nobody even bothered trying to hide their fear and confusion. Except for her. Even now, she was totally calm. I see. So this is what they meant by motive. He wants to fuel our desire to leave so that we're more likely to start killing each other.
Yes, indeed.
It's a classic prisoner's dilemma. Let me use an example. Imagine two countries are on the brink of war, but both countries want peace, and each commits to scaling back their forces as a sign of good faith. But there's a chance that one country may betray the other, so countries fear lowering their guard. In result of neither scales back on the force, they both end up betraying each other.
Do you understand?
In other words, the fear of invisible treachery becomes the greatest enemy of stability. That sounds kind of like us right now. Everyone says we'll work together, but in our hearts we're afraid someone might betray us. Don't put those awful thoughts in our heads. That's exactly what they want us to do. You can say that, but maybe you're just thinking that when everyone drops their guard, you can just...
What is the... Hey.
This is exactly what Monokuma or whoever is behind this wants. They want us to fight, don't they? Or don't you see? Yeah, you're right. All we need to do is calm down. Okay, then maybe we should start by all just talking. Maybe if we just talk about what we saw, that'll help get everything out of our system. Besides, I think we're all super curious, right? I wonder what was in everyone's video. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Hey, Sayaka. What was on your video, Sayaka?
What's your problem?
What's wrong? Just hurry up and tell us. Sayaka? I gently placed my hand on her shoulder. Stop it. She pushed my hand away and suddenly ran off. Sayaka?
That's enough.
Let her go. I can't do that. I have to go make sure she's okay. I hate romantic comedies like this. I don't care what happens to her personally.
What?
That's because you're totally thoughtless. I'm really worried. Why don't you go do whatever you think you have to? We don't all have to stick around together, right?
I hope you are well.
Speaking of which, I have my own things to take care of. Goodbye. Everyone went their separate ways. But I don't have time to worry about them right now. I have to find Sayaka. Cardboard box, okay. Might as well chat up with everyone, right? I saw. Sorry. It's gonna take me some time to figure out how to put into words. Himiko, this video is some kind of hoax, right? Right? I want to think so, but what the heck, man? This is all one big lie. It has to be. Doug.
What should I do?
Everyone's really upset. I mean, how could anyone be calm right now? Why? How can something like this even exist? I just don't understand. I don't. To be able to do something like this, is it because they really are a murderous fiend? What was in your video, Sakura?
I'm sorry.
My family. But I'm not upset by what I saw. If you're overpowered, you must accept your death. That is the way of my family.
Damn.
But still, I refuse to believe they would lose so easily. How? What was in your video, Kyoka? Or Kyoko?
Well.
Why should I tell you? Seems about right. Very, very useful to the team. Okay. Check around school for Sayaka. I assume... Can I even speak to you? Where'd Sayaka run off to? Anyway, that video was pretty convincing. I almost thought it was real. But fake, right? It's gotta be. I'd like to believe that, but if it was real... What was in your video, Celeste? Oh, it's you. You really want to know, don't you? That smile. It's strangely
Is that
scary.
okay?
There are many, many things in this world you're better off not knowing, don't you think? Maybe Sayaka's in the room. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Sayaka? No answer. I guess I'll keep looking. Maybe she's chilling in my room. Okay. Wouldn't go in there without permission. What was in your video,
What?
Mondo? Huh? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It was fake anyway. It had to be. Whoever's doing all this just pulled it out of his butt.
Stop fucking around.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. There's people, or those people can't fool me. What else can I even check? Wait, there was a door to the kitchen this entire time? That. Cover for vegetables have been stacked in a huge pile. There's so many different kinds, and all super healthy. I bet I'd rather have some cake. Nice. Yeah. Some knives. There's some kitchen knives hanging on the wall. There's a whole bunch of different kinds. I had no idea. Or, yeah, you needed somebody to cook. This is when the monitor's Monokuma appears. But right now, he's just showing the school crest. I don't even want to know what he might show up on the thing next. Ah. The meats. The deli style display case. There's all kinds of food and stuff lined up inside. Okay. I have no idea where she is. Wasn't I already in the laundry room? There was like nothing. Watch me. Not surprising this is a laundry room after all. Surveillance camera. Okay. The magazine is laying around probably to kill time while you're waiting for your laundry. Why is there so many things here? Like, watch me now. Probably just a bunch of washing machines, huh? In theory. But I see none of these. The washing machines in the sky. Swimsuit hanging out to dry. I wonder who this is. I mean, I really want to know. Oh, well. Surveillance camera. Okay. Over here too. One of those monitors. Yeah. Okay. Swimsuit hanging out to dry. Vending machine. Toy signs have a drink while your laundry gets done. Okay. Not here. Maybe in the bathroom, but I don't think the game wants me to go into either bathrooms. No. Okay. What about my bathroom? Oh, there's fish. Fish tank. There's a bunch of little fish swimming around inside. Is that literally all there is to look at here? Okay. I think I checked out most of these rooms. What's this side? Okay, go there. I guess it has to be on this side.
Pretty quiet.
Yeah, I found her too. I found her in one corner of an empty classroom. She was sitting in a chair, hands on her knees, staring absently at the floor. She looked like maybe she was upset or angry. Or both. She didn't have any expression at all. There was nothing on her face that could call emotion. It was as if her original mask has been stripped away. Saika, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Actually, no, how could I possibly be fine? What did we do to end up like this? Why are we doing such terrible things to us? I want out. Let me out of here right now. Saika, calm down. As she thrashed around, I grabbed her by the shoulders. I understand. I know how you feel right now when I think that might have happened to my family. But now more than ever, we need to stay calm. This is exactly what they want. They want us to lose our composure and stop thinking rationally. Think about it. Those videos have to be fake. Because if those things really had happened, people out there would be in an uproar. Our families, the police, everyone. Right? Let's just calm down, right? Okay. We've already lost. I knew I was trying to convince myself just as much as her. I kept repeating those words to myself to clear away the images that had been burned in my brain. Be calm, okay? Just be calm. As long as we work together, I'm sure we can find some way out of here. And help might even come before that. But what if there isn't a way out? What if help never comes? If that happens, then I'll get you out of here myself no matter what it takes. When I said that, I paused. I had no idea what had come over me.
Sayaka?
Please, help me.
Her voice was small and shaky.
Why is this happening to me? To kill or be killed? I just can't take this anymore.
Sayaka.
Finally, she raised her face up from my chest. She looked at me with those big wet eyes of hers. Can I believe what you said? Huh? That you'll help me get out? No matter what it takes? Absolutely.
Makoto.
You're the only one I can trust, so please.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
Huh? Oh, of course I'll be there for you. No matter what, I'm always on your side, I mean. You are my assistant after all.
Makoto.
Hearing you say that, I feel like I can keep going. I can get through this as long as you're here with me.
Because I'm your assistant.
Like you said, I'm your assistant. The smile I'd come to know so well returned to her face. It felt a little forced, but still. It was a huge improvement over how she was before.
Hey! Hey!
It's standing up. Makoto, it's standing up. What's standing up?
Come on!
You even have to ask?
Yes.
Your flagpole. Get the heck out of here.
Just a minute.
No, I want to join in. Dang it, well, if you won't leave, then tell us what the heck is up with those videos. It's about to come out. It's gonna come out. My pristine, pure white stuffing. Excuse me? I don't want to have to be reading this. My honest, innocent stuffing is about to come gushing out. I balled up my fist, took aim, and swung as hard as I could. I had never put so much energy into a single motion before in my life. I leaned back, channeling all my power, and let go with everything I had. Gawah. Are you okay? If I hadn't avoided your punch, you would have just violated school regulations. But boy, you are slow. I could have downed $1,000 full course dinner in the time it took you to finish your swing. Your speed, agility, alertness, passion, boldness, sense of despair, antagonization. It's all lacking. What the heck was that just now? He just wanted to mess with us. Well, for now, you want to just head back? Yeah. Monokuma had come along and swiftly destroyed the good mood we just created. Saika and I headed back to dorms. Now I should get some rest, Saika. You still look pretty shaken.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for making you worry about me. You're right, I'm gonna lay down for a bit. With a nod and a small bow, she disappeared into her room. Now on my own, I headed off to tell everyone that Saika was okay. Once that was done, I decided to go back to my room. It was hard to think after watching that deranged video. I need some rest of my own. Jeez, seriously, what's going on here? There's just so many problems. I can't even decide what the biggest problem is. That we're trapped in here? That what I saw in that video might be real? Monokuma? What the mastermind has in store for us? Or are we our biggest problem? I want to get out of here. But I can never kill someone. Did the others all feel the same? Yeah, it's definitely the biggest problem right now. Ding dong. Huh? When I opened my eyes, they darted immediately to the clock. It was 10 o'clock. I fell asleep without even realizing it. Nighttime's about to start. So, how come someone's here? Gold code ones. No, I don't want.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry to come by so late. Saika? Saika, what are you doing here so late? That's when I noticed her body was trembling. Is everything okay? Sorry to bother you, but something really weird just happened. Wait, oh, okay. So they had to click the thing. Something weird. Just a little while ago, I was laying down in my room, and all of a sudden the door started rattling and shaking. Her voice sounded like all the air had been squeezed out of her lungs. Just hearing her talk made me tense up. It was like someone was trying to force the door open. My door was locked, so they couldn't get in, of course, but they started shaking the door harder and harder, so I was scared I couldn't even move. So what happened? After a while, I just stopped. I let some time go by. When I got up and opened the door to check outside, but there was nobody there. Someone tried to force their way into your room, but who would do something like that? It's not like I'm suspicious of anyone here, but still, it makes me nervous. What if someone or something like that happened in the middle of the night? What would I do then? You don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, we can't go outside during nighttime. That's the promise we made, right? If someone decided to break that promise, then why don't you stay in my room tonight? Would that make you feel a little better? What? All it said in the school regulations that we had to sleep in the dorm rooms, right? It didn't say officially which rooms each person had to sleep in, so. But two people sharing a room is, you know. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that. Honestly, that didn't even cross my mind. No, I know. Me neither. Or me either. I don't. It's not even that I mind the idea, but if you don't mind, could you maybe switch rooms just for night? Switch rooms. If it'll put your mind at ease, then it's totally fine with me. I don't mind you staying in my room, but are you sure you'd be okay with me staying in yours? It doesn't, like, concern you? It's fine. I trust you. In that case, then. Bing bong.
As such, soon the
It's
door's
nighttime.
okay then.
Oh man, it's already nighttime? Okay, so it says I'll head to your room right now. Oh, if we're gonna trade rooms, we better trade keys too. Oh, that's right. We'll have to trade keys.
Like
Again?
I said, I'm psychic.
Hey, are you gonna say you were just kidding? What if I wasn't just kidding? Something resembling a smile made its way to her face. Thank goodness. It looks like she's already started to get back to normal. Okay, we'd better trade keys then. Okay, let's do it. We exchanged keys, and then I looked back up at her again. There was another word expression there. Makoto, please be careful. If someone comes to the door, don't open it no matter what. I won't. The same goes for you, Saika. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Oh, by the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to get stuck. There's a little trick to opening it. You have to turn the knob and lift up the door while you pull it out. Just do that, and the door should open no problem. Okay, but the showers don't work during nighttime anyway, right? Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. But I guess I might use it when I get up in the morning, so thank you. Okay, well, I better get going. See you tomorrow, Saika.
Hey,
Oh, what about what I said before? When I said I was psychic, it was really just a joke. Honestly, I'm just very perceptive. Yeah, I know. Good night then. See you in the morning. Sayaka gave me one last parting smile and I headed off to my room. Her room. I looked around as soon as I got into the hall. Everyone else's doors were closed. There was no sign of life. Anyway, there's nobody here. Or good, there's nobody here. Making sure nobody was around to spot me, I rushed into Sayaka's room. This is Sayaka's room. It really doesn't look any different from mine. Smells nice though. Okay, let's investigate her room. Especially nighttime, better not leave the room. What kind of... Or, it's kind of weird to dig through other people's trash, but I couldn't help taking a quick peek. There wasn't any doubt about it. It was the DVD with her name. I found the AV room. Reminds me, I never did get a chance to find out what was in her video. But it's probably best if I wait until she brings it up again. Monitors, yeah. If I remember right, all the girls' private bathrooms have locks on them. I'm a little reluctant to go in. The bed itself looks exactly the same. Knowing Sayaka slept on it makes me look forward to trying it out for myself. Okay. My room came with a toolkit, but Sayaka has a sewing kit, just like the note said. And next to it, a map of the body's vital organs. I don't think Sayaka would like me snooping around it too much. I should probably just go to bed soon. As I lowered myself into Sayaka's bed, a pleasant fragrance enveloped me. Sayaka's scent. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams. Maybe oh, also, I didn't read chat at all. Should I attempt to stream Iceborne when I beat Base World? The gameplay would consist of me taking big gun and shooting things in the head numerous times until I die. I mean, you could try. I don't know when I'd really get a chance to watch unless I'm doing like Trove and stuff, but definitely be interested. Unless it likes your game. Very boring. Bet. Really better than 4, I fell asleep. Imagine you're all in a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure. You've heard of Noah's Ark, right? We're sort of like that. We're set sail and left Earth behind. Here you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk drivers, or pyromaniacs. You don't have to worry about the ozone layer or asthma-inducing air pollution. And of course you don't have to stress about studying for finals or practicing for the big game, but even our divine world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're really dead set on returning to that tiny piece of dog poop you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I made myself perfectly clear.
So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together!
Mm-hmm. Bing bong.
Good morning, everyone. Get ready to greet.
Beautiful day. I sat up, still half asleep, and rubbed my eyes. Slowly I pulled myself out of bed. I remember I was in Sayaka's room. I just remember the promise to eat breakfast with everyone else. I better get going. I left Sayaka's room and made my way towards the dining hall. A few people had already gathered in the dining room by the time I got there. Hello, Makoto, and good morning. Can you believe it? I was the very first one here in the morning. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. I figured everyone who had arrived on time could be considered model high schoolers. And the ones who showed up a little late.
Yo.
Sorry I'm late. My makeup just would not cooperate this morning.
Well,
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning duty took a little longer than usual. We're the types with a more relaxed sense of time. Most high schoolers fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad, my bad.
My bad, guys. Slept right through my alarm.
What's your problem?
But it's so awful to be late.
Yo.
I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope, got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle. I don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind to move at their own pace. Okay. But regardless, everyone had arrived. At least it's how it was supposed to go. Wait, aren't we still missing some people? Yes, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet. I don't know about Byakuya, but I would definitely put Sayaka in the model high school category. So for her to be late, or for her to be so late.
What?
What's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to here. Did she forget about our breakfast promise?
However,
I got the sense she always has her stuff together. Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside of me. And that speck started to grow quickly. I need to go. I have to check on her. The words had barely left my lips before I flew out to the hall. Where I was headed first was my room, where I let Sayaka stay for a single night, where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night, the room had been completely transformed. What the heck? More importantly, where's Sayaka? Okay. There's slashes and gouges on the walls and the floor. More importantly, where's Sayaka? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense has been taken out of its sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Looks like the roller has way less sheets than it used to. More importantly, where's Sayaka? There's a keychain on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. The toolkit is still inside the drawer and it's still sealed. The replica sword I brought back for self-defense is the sheets for replica sword. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Okay. The display sword display the sword. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Enough time. Okay. There's slashing gadgets on the walls. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Okay. Guess we're going in the bathroom. I better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming when I saw it dug its way through my eyes and buried inside or itself in my brain. And then everything went black. To survive deadly life. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at the huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. Ah, you're awake finally. Are you okay? Now, no time for sleeping. Get your butt up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude? I had to carry you back here. No surprise considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw? It was real? That's alright. It really did happen. Sayaka's dead. A deep dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I had to see for myself. I had to see if Sayaka's you could check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself. Listen to this, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dad, when I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she was really gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious, Monokuma? He told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifice than we already have. Why should I listen, or why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I've never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates school regulation, I will absolutely not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
But
Then who did it? Who killed her?
come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
Well, what's the matter? You guys all looked like you're about to see a dove get shot with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious? Someone killed someone? It is amazing that some people are capable of it.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? You kill someone, you get to leave. Ho ho ho. Wahahaha.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's cause naive, you're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey,
You're super naive,
come
devilishly
on
naive.
now.
Peckishly naive. No, the real thing has just begun. The real thing.
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part of the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
Referring to the rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you were the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by any other students. This is what you were talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo. It's not just enough to kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Naturally means that you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
Yahoo!
So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial. Yep. It'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder, and they and the spotless student will all engage in one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Well...
And what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Well, to put it simply, it's execution.
Yeah!
What?
And by execution, you mean...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die, but if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Die.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing, which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. Judge carefully because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in hand. And the rule's been added to the regulation. Hold on just a second.
How are you talking?
You're freaking insane, you know that?
What the?
A class trial? What the heck is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What, are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
How are you talking?
What punishment? I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something?
Shut the hell up!
Say whatever you want, I'm not going to be part of this.
Why?
Don't be so selfish.
it.
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me, it's trembling in fear. Or I'm trembling in fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then,
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
suddenly right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? This can't be real. No way.
Well now.
Now I'm painfully aware of the greatest power and meaning in something. It skipped. I really wanted to keep the corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you all need to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, You'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body has been impaled with a bunch of spears. Its unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they've seen. Junko, who until a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She's been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
Really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than an inevitable demise of an entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why'd you have to kill her? Didn't you say you wouldn't, or you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
You were wanting to kill this entire time. Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to put you to, or to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question, I'd like to call it.
The Monokuma file.
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstance and cause of death. What's that? How do I know what the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance camera picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down. Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial. How could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make a proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. So with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was such a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable, and yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we could do now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
in other words.
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is of course up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. This is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, then you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
That's an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. He's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice. Why did you just skip that? We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in heck am I letting someone kill me. Alright. Dang it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I need to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
Investigation time.
Oh, I need to catch my breath from talking so much. Oh. Okay. Gently place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her waist to check for a pulse. Her wrist, not waist. Like they do in movies and stuff, but really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why I even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Makes I very shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? That means everything that's happened so far is real. It's not a joke or whatever. It's really real. Heck no, someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
We're just now accepting that? Or you're just now accepting? Okay. You for me? Consciousness has crashed. Restarted now. Please wait a moment.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us today. Come on, man. Let me out of here. Come on. Someone let me out. How am I even supposed to reach some of these angles? We can't run away from the situation. We just have no choice but to move forward.
Huh?
Is this really happening? Heck that piece of trash bear.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? We're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much hacked.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after, or then we can let Mondo look after scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
what?
What? Why the heck not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, that's the first thing you would do. By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Heck.
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them with their stats are totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
what the heck?
I hate this, but still I don't have a choice. We had to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead.
Oh.
So you finally noticed. Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. And I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. You notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. Ah, he's right. And could it be? All at once everyone gazed turned to me. Hold on a sec, you've got it all wrong. For just one night I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
So then.
Are we done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument and come to a final decision. If we can get this wrong,
So,
or if we get this wrong, well, do I really have to say anymore?
Actually.
I'd rather you didn't know.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Oh,
Hey,
that's right.
damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a gun did this is right here, right now, then they're thinking of destroying that evidence.
Fucking dead.
They better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their gosh darn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will mess them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. You're gonna kill me next?
so,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Well, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse of, and I black out. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Well, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. It was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me still had been filled with suspicion. Did anyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, you got it all wrong. Why do you have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will.
Execution is
Yeah, we get it.
electric chair.
Yeah. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizuno. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth. So that's what so we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monica was found on what has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I'm gonna quickly save just to make sure all my data is saved, you know. Okay. Well, how do I start such an investigation? Just getting it up. Are you going to help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't just leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Like, no, I seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you. God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is. I just gotta get out of here. Here doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigation right now. Okay. It's gonna be hard with the black screen thing, though. Not gonna lie. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. Won't make any progress on investigating there. Put to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. And examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Okay. Perfect sword. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? It's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's good. Okay, what is happening? I think my controller must be clicking buttons. Oh wait, no, it's set to auto. How do I change it off auto, Jared?
I didn't know you could set auto.
I did something to set to auto. How do I get off auto? Bro.
Not even sure I have that option.
It's like you decide to clean up a little. Okay. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna need you to look it up because my PC is not being cooperative. Yeah. Yeah, this PC is not doing much work, dude.
Well, I believe my tablet is like not in here.
Need I'm gonna grab my phone real quick. I want to be able to read this dialogue and not force you guys to have to read it. Let me just look it up really quick. Not my fault. I did nothing wrong. It's a surprisingly interesting question. I didn't think it'd become an issue, but it is an issue.
What do you mean you don't think it's become an issue? In a detective game.
Never threw the same sword. Okay, it's spacebar for me. Okay. Replica thing I took up first, taking out shell tree, I just looked at the blade, so now I wouldn't be surprised. It's fake, so the blood can't actually cut, but it looks like you can still do some damage with it. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of the parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing lots of coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there was way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and she decided to clean up a little? Notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant now. Toolkit's on summer, I don't see any evidence. Okay, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine. I haven't had it for had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Omando?
Why?
We ain't exactly in the mood
What?
to be building furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either yet?
Why?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it
By the
yesterday.
way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the heck would we? Toolkits are bad to truth bullets. Interesting. This is just Sven's camera. Yeah, they can see everything, but I can't do it. There's a key on the ground that has my name on it. It must be my room key. If I remember correctly. I'll tell you about the trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. Wait, if that's true then, how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. That same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure you absolutely won't open it, otherwise what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's impossible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. So how did they kill her? Switching room's been added to the truth boards. Replica sword, sheath. Okay. Both swords been taken out, so just sheath, but huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. It must have been made with something sharp. It must have been made with something sharp. So how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are the scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath's been added. My bed is ruined. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the heck happened here? Okay. Making assumptions like this, I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come with, I will follow your lead. I see. There's some scratches and gouges on the wall and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Dang it, I was right there in the other room. If only I had heard something. That would have not been possible, huh? So you remember all the rooms are completely soundproof, so something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps if it was another of Monokuma's strategies creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle. Okay. I don't think any of this other stuff's gonna be useful. Look around here first. I check other spots later. Oh. I think I basically investigated everything here, right? Okay, well, this place name is sort one. I think I've checked everything though, right? Except maybe the table. Oh no. Okay, yeah.
Well,
I don't see where. No.
well.
Okay, I get that. Maybe I'll just talk to her. Maybe that's what it wants me to do. Hey, Kyoka. You quietly called her name when she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, not really. I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up and straight and said, "Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
See.
Interesting. What's interesting? Just as I expected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
So,
I've searched the floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
indeed.
Not one hair of the victim, not one hair from you, not, even though you've been living here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like there was a lint roller in my room that had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it then?
See.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
What?
That's the question, isn't it? Now I can leave? Okay, now I can go in here. Okay. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears, but I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but what thought held me up and supported me? I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw, what? Written in blood was the number 11037. I guess. I would think those would be more so words, not numbers, but Sayaka do this? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now there's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Sharp object was thrust into her stomach. It must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where did they get in? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery on her wrist too. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on the left index finger, but that's it. The palms on both of her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Like his wrist. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom. That's when they inflicted the deadly wound. Okay, well, I think that's it here.
All coming together.
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message, and as if she wrote it with her life itself. You often talk like an aspiring poet, but the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think that she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means that she must have written them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, you know what the result would be. The result? Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end in your mean... whatever that was. I have no idea what they're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Those are basically the point that it's backwards? Ah. I
Yeah,
see
you
now.
see.
Or upside... I guess it's just backwards. 'Cause it looks to me like it says... I see an eon. And I assume that thing's an upside down L. Yeah, because I guess all of it could be upside down. So... why would she be writing Leon? Interesting. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better than asking the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? You mean how it gets stuck? Get stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked, but once I learned the trick, it's no problem. Bathroom door frame.
Correct.
The door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob.
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoka said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? Doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious it was... or this was intentional. But it was intentional. Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and end up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. And apparently, struck with a sudden realization, she shot the question at me.
Just a second.
I have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I get the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
See.
And that clears that up. What clears that up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
I'll see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I still don't understand anything about this. I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look somewhere else. I start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look at the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice to see myself what was in the video. And on top of that, I'm sure there's some other areas we're checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Well, seeing as that thing certainly looks like it says Leon, right? I think I have my answer, or at least a pretty big suspicion, you know?
Yeah.
I think it proves it's not me, unless I was trying to make look guilty, seeing as why would I have broken my doorknob? You know? And that means whoever knew didn't think that we swapped rooms. So, interesting. Interesting. Unlucky tycoon. Unless the clip is that something went wrong. I kind of want to go to Leon's room. but I feel like I'm not gonna be able to. I noticed a human-shaped floor coming, tearing the depths of the hallway.
Bastard.
Hold up, hey, what the heck do you think you're doing, huh?
I mean, seriously?
How does Myra have anything to do with the investigation? Well, I suppose it's natural reaction to someone trying to enter room without permission. The clip works for me. Yeah, it says something went wrong, we couldn't find that clip. Okay. I was gonna see if he had his toolkit, because maybe he tried to take off the doorknob. Well, the weapon, if you ask me, certainly looked like a knife. And no one has a knife, but there were knives in the kitchen. What are you doing here? How are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all first for me, you know. I have no idea what the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me calm down. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Sounds like I could get information from her. Because weren't we not supposed to be out? There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big and small. It looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or? I better see if anyone here knows more about it. Let me see if this clip works. Well, there definitely wasn't one missing. So. We'll see if my PZ will actually load up that clip. Let me add here. See if she knows anything about the knives, seeing if she did it the night she was killed. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives was missing from the dining hall?
Totally.
Yeah, weird. I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope, last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea in the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. And so you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You could tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. Which proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her? On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. This clip doesn't seem to be working. Maybe, though? Might be getting somewhere, Tycoon. Flawless Gimp. Did you, Tycoon, just literally clip me from... How long... Was that 3 years ago? Is that what it said? It says it was clipped for me playing Teamfight Tactics, even though I'm playing Brawlhalla. I have not played Teamfight Tactics. 3 years ago. And just as you dunking on me. Okay. What a savage.
That's really mean.
Let me just... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna whip out this 3-year-old clip of me just 0 to deathing Javen by gimping him. You know? Okay. I see you, Tycoon. I see you. I was scrolling in DMs and saw that. Oh my. Seems about right. I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. The thing is that, like, right now, I feel like it's pretty easy because, like, it's basically guiding me through, but I wonder if it's even going to do that with the rest of the game, or I'm just going to have to search through everything and figure out everything on my own. That seems complicated and annoying. Yeah. It makes me want to play Brawlhalla again. For funny moments and being able to play with everyone, but it's also Brawlhalla, so yikes. But I don't know, I still want to, but I want to wait for them to patch stuff. Okay, so let's see here. I don't think we have to actually whip out our notes. Which is the folder with our notes? Do we have something like that? Is the truth bullets? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we're assuming the knife is the murder weapon, and that it went missing when she was drinking her tea, and she somehow didn't notice someone going in there and grabbing a knife. The doorknob's broken, which kinda tells us, what's it? It wasn't us, but doesn't exactly clear our name. Dying message certainly looks like Leon, if you ask me.
I mean,
huh?
our toolkit's unopened, so people would be able to vouch that we stole their toolkit otherwise.
Well, who said we needed a toolkit? You could have just, like, broken it. Right?
I mean, maybe.
It could be a toolkit, though. But we can't check Leon's room, which would mainly be the place. They said no one's opening, because why would they? Right? We know I have mine unopened. We know the one Mondo doesn't have it open, but I can't check Leon's room, which would be the main person I'm questioning. Her wrist being broken, I have no idea. Her finger being bloody makes sense for her writing the message. My room being clean, obviously someone was just cleaning up the murder. Switching rooms, that's not really that, like, strange. I mean, I guess some people don't know we swapped rooms, so. Evidence of a struggle, that's crazy. The sword was involved and she had gold on her wrist. So she, I guess, got attacked by the sword. Which I guess would also kind of, huh?
Or she was the one using it.
I don't see how it would get on her, like, wrist like that, not her hands. Oh, I guess unless they, like, wiped her hand. And just someone stole her wrist. That seems like a pretty lazy cleanup job. But they did say something about the message. Like, I feel like I'm seeing Leon pretty easily here. Upside down, yeah. But I guess they did tell us to talk to the programmer.
So that's where I'm supposed to.
Yeah, that's where I'm heading next. I feel like they're just gonna say, "Hey, look at it. Looks like Leon." Anything that will help me. Wait, what? Is she not in her room? I just want to check this classroom out really quick. Why are you chilling in here? What a weirdo. To kill someone just to save your own life, and I've been living with someone like that. I think I might vomit. But this is what Monokuma said really true. Did one of us really kill Sayaka? If the mastermind really was going to get involved, they would have just killed us on day one. That's a good point. By the way, how's your investigation going? I already told you I don't do blood, so I don't plan on going or doing any investigating. Besides, I already know who did it. After all, where was Sayaka killed? In your room, right? That one more proof you need, we already know the truth. He really doesn't trust me at all. Clock. I don't think that there's a clock there. I'm just checking these things to see if they have Monokuma coins in them. Huh. Where would the master hacker be? Okay. Oh, wait, whoa. That might be better. Since the master hacker's not in the room and I have no idea where they are, they did mention that we should watch Sayaka's video as well.
True.
Maybe I'll go into a room. Can I go in there? The nameplate on Sayaka's... Wait, this is definitely my room. The name is Sayaka's... Wait, what? The nameplates are switched? So...
Yeah.
Wait. But then how's that not confusing? Because it said that it was killed in my room, but Sayaka's nameplate's on it. But then how do people even know that was my room? Right? Wouldn't it be like, no, that's Sayaka's room? They switched room, but why would the nameplates be swapped? It's Sayaka's room, but the nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? WSG. What? And also, hey, how's it going? Can I not enter? Okay. Let me check the trash can, which is, I'm assuming, here. Okay. DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in the video. I wonder what you see. It may not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. Sorry, Sayaka, I need to borrow this DVD. What's good? I guess that kind of makes sense. And, how do you respond to what's good? Nothing? But...
Dang, that's depressing.
Well, what do you say? Everything? What's good? Everything? What's good? Yeah? I don't know how to respond to that. You know? If you're like, what's up? And you're like, ah, nothing, you know? It's like, nothing's up, you know? But what's good? It's like, it's literally like, I feel like that's like something you say in like the worst, what's that, the thing called? like the thing where you do like yes and, you know, to continue it. I can't think of it. What word is it, Jared? It's like where you try to keep like it going back and forth. To like say like yes and kind of continue it. I think it's like comedy, some sort of comedy. The like in. Why can't I think of this? You know what I'm talking about for sure.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I just don't know what the word is. It's
Yeah.
been a while ago.
Why can't I think of the word? I don't know. But basically, that's like the thing that would be the perfect stopping point. Instead of like a yes and to continue conversation, it's like you say something to start a conversation that immediately ends, because how do you respond to that? You know? Anyway, I'm good. I'm pretty sure Soot's good, right? Hanging out, having fun, figuring out a murder. Hope. What's good with you? Okay, I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, DVD room. I don't know where the monitor button. Should I use this on DVD? Yes. Let's watch it. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then... an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage front and center was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with her friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I had come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Mizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Sayaka disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Without warning, the video cut off. What the heck? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say that he was able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? We need to find this programmer person. There's a store? That's where I spend my Monokuma coins? Or is it completely unrelated? A vending machine. Okay. Gotta be something here to help with the case? Guess not. Would you like to try your hand at the almighty Mono machine? During your stay here at Hope's Academy, you'll find coins scattered throughout the school. These mono coins are treasures valued by kings and thieves alike. You can use your handbook menu to see how many mono coins you currently have. And if you put your coins in the machine here, there's a chance you can win a prize. The more coins you use, the better chance you have of getting something new. You check the present section of the handbook to review your prizes. Would you like fair? Oh. Nah. Maybe another time. Maybe next time. That's it? The Monokuma always showed up. Okay. I'm not good about that. I'm kind of exploring and just getting a lay of the land. What's this place? Some sort of vault? Okay. Some sort of file. Mailbox. Nothing in it. I don't think that's going to help me solve this case. Oh, monocoin though. Surveillance camera. Okay. An entrance being blocked by a huge slab of metal. What are you doing here? So do you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let us just agree we do not have or know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial. Okay, then do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking? Ugh, so annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? Oh, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. Seen the crime naturally, but I think the trash room is also worth looking into. The trash room. It is the perfect place to store evidence, however there is one little problem, which is the place is filthy. I'd rather die than set foot in there. I am trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. That's okay. Well, still don't know where the hacker person is. So I mean the trash room doesn't seem like a bad place to start. Right out the gym. Well, let's actually they're at the gym. I think the door's here. Yes. Teacher, I was hoping I could ask you something. What is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? No. Teacher slowly shook her head. I'm sorry, I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could maybe she know more than she's letting on? No, couldn't be. Okay. Well, that was very useful. But I guess I'm gonna go to the trash room. I'm actually gonna talk to this one guy first, because he might have some interesting input.
Listen to me.
You have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it who shows whose room it is, right? Well, it just so happens. Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I said. Forget Beam. So just a little joke, even if I do joke sometimes. Ha ha ha. Okay, we know the nameplates are swapped, so that's not very useful. I forget that I can't just like walk through. Trash room. I'm guessing that's the big trash can. It doesn't look that messy. There's a sturdy gate here, no way to get past. It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open? No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty. No entry beyond this point. Only the person. Okay. Who's on cleaning duty? Okay. This is stupid. It'd be faster to go around and ask the others. Okay. Trash duty. I don't think I can get in there. Hatch. Rattle. Okay. Well, I don't really know where to go next. I guess I can see if there's anyone else who might have input. Can you tell me anything about cleanup duty? No. You're like a child lost in the woods. You know what? Total waste of space. What do you mean? Taka's the only one who would have any interest in organizing things like that. Oh, good point. Taka. Who's Taka?
That's the moral compass.
Oh. I guess I'll go back to him. If he knows anything about cleanup duty. Cleanup duty, yeah? As a matter of fact, Monokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Really? He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. The topic of conversation was assigning cleanup duty. Oh, so you're on cleaning duty now? Actually, no. Huh? Okay, then who is? Hifumi, he was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it. So he's on cleanup duty then. Indeed, but we'll swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up before too long. And when that time comes, we'll be counting on you. Hifumi, is that the big guy? Fanfic creator?
Who?
Hifumi? Something like that?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm looking for whoever's on cleanup duty. Cleaning duty? Matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was going to start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleanup duty, can you open the gate in front of the trash room? Of course. That's my job, to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. And we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge. Wait, hold on. You need a key to get into the trash room, and only the person on cleanup duty is access to the key. That's the... Or what's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open at all times so we can all throw things out whenever we want? It does seem more convenient. Actually. Anyway, because of a student, yeah, okay.
So that's it.
If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The throw would disappear and things would become boring.
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more importantly than that,
Hey, you bastard.
hey fatty, why do you want the cleanup duty gig anyway? I decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You.
Liar, why'd you do it?
Is it
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, you know, and poking around in it?
No way to
Why are you
think
talking
about
like
this
that? All
in
my
a
love is
common
for Tootie.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of Tootie and then turn to. I would never get tired of Tootie. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. And PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash, disposing of it. What? If there's an instance you clean, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to. Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleanup duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join the party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from the past trauma or save the village or beat a boss. No, not that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay. So easy. Hifumi and I head to the trash room. You'd like to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get one by himself. He learned how to get by on the inside. But he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi, surely you weren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned it all along. No. I just wanted to see if the actual killer tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you've left anything behind? Wait, maybe a parallel world. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Surprised he didn't get someone to accompany us. You know? Something on the ground in front of the incinerator. Looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece? Like a hunk of burning love? Anyway, looks like a piece of cloth in the shape, part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence that killer destroyed. Then there's a lot of people here with white button-up shirts. There isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. What about this other trash? There are shards of broken glass shattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Is that, you know what it is? They said if you collect all 7, the dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Yeah, kidding aside, it's some kind of thing you might see on any big city corner. Gaze into it and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on the quest to find that one guy. I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. Or they should still be in the gym. I'd better go off for sure. Yes, the person with the glass ball, or the crystal ball, I guess. Any other things to investigate? The green button and the yellow button. Know that they're related to the big machine. Okay. So glass ball broken right in front of these buttons. So I'm guessing someone threw a ball at said buttons. But I don't see why that would be needed, seeing as said person would have to somehow have clothes or whatever, throw those in, and then also have a crystal ball to throw and hit the button.
That's what I was thinking too. It seems a lot harder to get the clothes into the incinerator.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. Huge trash can. No trash can burn. Well, whatever it is, it doesn't look like it's hiding any clues. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it seems... I mean, it is a pretty open area, but even still. I'm not gonna lie, if I were the one to kill them, unless, to be fair, it is the big guy. But again, the crystal ball makes no sense. You know. Still, though, I think the suspicions on her writing, presumably Leon, you know. What, you made me come all the way down here, and now you're not even gonna check it out? That's the worst I can imagine. That's not kind of things readers like at all. What readers? Wait, is there something I missed? Did I just not search the actual thing? This incinerator must be the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet away from the gate. And it's on right now. You see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
Pretty simple setup to press the green button and get it going, the yellow button turned off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleanup duty and make sure you learn before. Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was work of a fairy. Maybe do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you just said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Ah, yes. About that, there can be no mistake. If I got one thing going for me, it's my memory. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. Definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate, it'd be impossible for the incinerator to be on yet. That means someone was able to switch to the incinerator without opening the gate. How's that possible? This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off and those glass shards and burnt cloth weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Aggie? Will you be confessing soon? Why me? Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic fancies. Well, you know, the crystal ball seems to have been thrown, right? Again, we can assume baseball guy. It's basically the size of a baseball, right? Question is, how did he get said crystal ball? And also, how did he throw the laundry in here? You know, I don't see the throwing laundry. Like I said, you could also like really big brain and say that the big guy could have done it and specifically left evidence out. You know, maybe the crystal ball to blame the crystal ball guy or the baseball player, thinking that he would throw it, you know? And technically there could have been tampering with the blood, even. You know?
Definitely.
Like someone, whoever killed her could have wrote Leon with her finger, you know? In like a way. You know?
Would have been someone who figured that'd be upside down, though.
It would have to be someone smart. Why exactly would it be upside down, though? Because of the way she was, like, looking?
Yeah, so if she put her hand behind her, her hand would be upside down when she was writing it.
Yeah, so it'd have to be someone smart. There's a lot of smart people, though. Like I said, though, it'd have to... The hard part is, though, is that, like, yeah, would anyone have thought of that, you know? It's just the thing is that so far the evidence is pointing to so many people, right? Could be a smart person who did that to her, but also the button-up shirt, right? This guy's wearing a button-up shirt. Leon, I think, is? And it's white. I'm not seeing anyone else, though. Yet. To be fair, it's probably Leon's shirt. Because I would imagine that it would just be Leon, or they're setting Leon up, right? The issue is, though, is that how would they possibly have gotten the laundry in the incinerator unless they just, like, had insanely good aim, except for that last little bit of cloth, which somehow flew out or missed, and I don't see how that happens. You know? And where'd they get the crystal ball? You know? As well as who even grabbed the knife? Because didn't she say no one was there? And she was drinking her tea and then suddenly it was gone?
Possible she's covering up for someone. Not likely. Possible.
Yeah, but that seems weird, especially since she'd be risking her life and everyone else's life, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like say if, oh, Leon grabbed the knife, you know?
I mean,
that seems
yeah,
pretty obvious. But of course someone grabbing the knife would be sneaky, but I feel like would also have to know if she was there unless, you know, I don't know. Okay, so where was I heading? To the gym. To see Crystal Ball guy. To see how, yo, did someone take your glass ball? Here, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I had enough. Gotta break free. Here, snap out of it. Huh? Huh, Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball. It's all smashed. What the heck? I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how'd it break? It was actually just made of glass and not crystal. Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belongs to the pillars of history, Genshin Khan, or Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon, all of those? He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. Can you say without a doubt that this belongs to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. I totally forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from the fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him.
Guns loaded.
Yeah, about to go in. Okay, well, first let's go in with their knowledge, right? Leon's name written in blood, very suspicious. The thing that is part of his shirt, suspicious. The fact that the ball seemed to have been thrown, anyone could have picked up, seems Leon. The issue is, though, is I feel like that could have been, first of all, a lot of setup. Just set him up, because I feel like that would be one of the easiest ways to get stuff done, is like set him up, right? Plus, it doesn't seem like Leon would have any motive, right? Like, really, no one would really have any motive except to get out of there, but why specifically, like, him, why would he make the first move? Seems weird, right? As well as how to get the clothes in the incinerator. And someone would have had to go to the laundry room first. So, unless they were cleaning up and were like, okay, well, let me throw all these clothes in the washer. And then it's like, oh, a crystal ball. And then like, oh, I should burn everything instead. That seems weird. Unless, I don't know, just seems weird.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited
Hopefully other people have evidence.
class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Oh, I'll see you soon, Monica. The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. Know where I have to go. Okay. Well, first, I'm gonna hit the save button in case it's like, you lose, game over, you suck, I can't believe you got it wrong, and guessed like Leon, you know? Okay, I'm also gonna run to the bathroom so you guys get the suspense built up of just staring at the ominous red door. And hopefully beds won't be on ceilings. Okay. And also, if it follows the same story as the anime, we'll have some additional clues, but this is obviously a lot more detailed. So, and then Makoto, we've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can reveal the details of Makoto's crime. They really are convinced I did it. Well, I mean, let's get this straight, right? Murdered, technically in her own room if you think about it, right? Given, you know, but also my room, right? Well, not my room, but Makoto's room, right? That's the only evidence. But then who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
So I gotta talk to everyone, or more so I can, I guess. Let's begin. Okay. I just walked past everyone. Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right. I said it before, but it's all up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to gripes with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I don't need someone else to tell me how to do that. Or tell me to do that. Sayaka's honor. I swear I'll find who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try to give myself courage. I turned trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped in. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how death row inmates feel when his time finally comes.
Oh.
Rather than that, it is not, or is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? And it's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total crap.
Well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. We did what we said. We found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set so that everyone could see everyone else, which was also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease into anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. Are they really sitting there? And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. I would love to save. I'm nervous. What is this? I have to set my skills? Robot jock. Increase the truth bullet rate of fire effective during a non-stop debate in the bullet time battle final strike. What? Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Okay, that's all I got. Okay. Okay, well, we're going in. I don't know how all this works.
Begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
I'm never wrong.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates?
This guy died next.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble.
I'm nervous for how this is gonna go. I'm scared it's gonna be a crazy action pack.
Is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me, everyone's lives are on the line. The first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried in their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets or refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use your mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you will receive the controls. Good luck. So, I can just shoot people with truth bullets when they're wrong.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay. Something off about what you said. Because Makoto hadn't resisted at all. There's no explanation of why or for what happened in my room. For the first bait, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot or refute someone's lies or contradictions, an argument will repeat. With a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in the person's statement, a possibly weak spot. Weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Their truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down the control key. Only good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Something off what you said. Wait, is it?
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the
Bro.
killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
So what am I supposed to be shooting here? Okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Something off what we just said. Okay, what is happening? Why can't I do
I
anything?
assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I resisted at all. There's no.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay, what am I
assert that the one
supposed to
who
be
was
doing
murdered.
here?
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place in the
In the bathroom.
What do you mean?
So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I'm not understanding. So I'm just trying to shoot someone who said something wrong?
It's not the people.
Have to shoot the words?
Yeah.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Am I just like stuck in a perpetual loop or something?
I assert that the
So
one
you
who
shoot
was
the right
murdered.
words.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay, it says, huh? Something's off about what was just said. Because Sayaka hadn't resisted at all. There's no explanation for what happened in my room. And then just
assert that
does the
one
same
who was
cycle.
murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took place
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a...
No, what's wrong? Just a second, Chihiro.
Did it
I
just not
remember
work
how my
all those
room-
times? Okay, try to remember how my room looked.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow. This is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill? There was some kind of sharp object, without a doubt. That!
So the killer used some How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch.
Okay, because the object was supposed to like something was certain that the knife was disappeared from a certain location.
So what was used
So I guess I missed the bullet.
some kind of sharp object, without a doubt. That!
So the killer used some How could anyone
Bro.
do something like that?
Is my thing just like being weird?
So what was used to kill? There was some kind of sharp object, without a doubt. That!
So the killer used some...
No, it's wrong. No.
My game's being just
I
weird.
do think it was a knife, but not just
That's
any.
possible.
I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know dang well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-self debates. Would you like to hear more? You can concentrate by holding down the space bar. While you're concentrating, it'll slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's setting. Or on top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating on the disc consumes a focus gauge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. The focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest, no need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun.
So I guess there's no question that but where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken you, did it?
No, that's wrong.
Snapped, bro.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops, did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
There was something weird not to mention.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? What are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it!
Then Sayaka's the one who took the knife? Oh, they said that. Okay.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
It's accurate.
He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Dang, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. They don't understand. Or don't they understand if they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yeah. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the accident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete this phase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim and the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If the gauge reaches 0 and you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck. Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't that much, or that must be the crucial point. Just can't figure out what that something is. Oh. No, it wasn't hair? No, it can't be. No, it could be. Am I just missing or something? I am trying to think. I don't even know if I clicked the... Oh, no, technically... Oh. Okay. I just didn't know they got weaker. I was confused.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some.
I'm getting
evidence?
scammed, dude.
Yes. And if I were the culprit,
Don't worry about it.
why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggling getting into the bathroom and the evidence that proves it is. I really hope it's the doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
What doorknob? What kind of question is
The
that?
doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-self debates. Turning out the number of weak spots will start going up, but no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. So have to figure out which one's the lie or contradiction? What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, you will only, or not only will you fail to refute what they say, but also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actual lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun.
The incident took place in the... Sayaka was first attacked, she then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after, and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had it because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally...
Frick, I missed it.
Finish the job, dude.
It was you, wasn't it? We already know the answer.
I like this. Okay.
The incident took place in the... Sayaka was first attacked, she then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after, and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had it because Sayaka had locked it.
Ha! False! Truth bullet!
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, and they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime was... the crime took place in my room? What?
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Then who did do it?
That is the question.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you
don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Can't wait for this guy to just like bite the bullet a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sakura would let me in because... Would it just be switched rooms? That seems weird. It wouldn't be the nameplates. I want to say switching rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just the two, or just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Time to cut her off.
Sayaka and Makoto sleep but in the note. The place, it specifically says, I see.
So then they would have gone to
Exactly. The room, so in other words, even if someone, they would not have any connection.
It certainly would seem that way.
Room to the Sayakas. The reason for that is, I'm guessing to switch nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto sleep but in the note. The place, it specifically says, I see.
So then they would have gone to
Exactly. The room that so in other words, even if someone, they would not have any connection.
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto sleep but in the note. The place, it specifically says, I see.
So then they would have gone to
Exactly. The room, so in other words, even if someone, they would not have any connection.
I don't know which one to click.
Sayaka and Makoto sleep but in the note. The place, it specifically says, I see.
Bro.
So then they would have gone to
Exactly. The room, so in other words, even if someone, they would not have any connection.
It certainly would seem that way.
Okay.
Sayaka and Makoto sleep but in the note. The place, it specifically says, my room.
The meaning search sirens stomach with that. Bro!
Sayaka and Makoto sleep but in the note. The place, it specifically says, I see.
So then they would have gone to
Exactly.
No, it's wrong. The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
The only person who could have switched the nameplates. The only person who knew we had switched rooms. Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two in 5 minutes. Come and see me in my room. Check the nameplate just to make sure you don't get in the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
It's not exactly true, but...
Why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sakura's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. I'm guessing if I just whip out her wrist.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a little bit more... okay. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? No. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. What? What? You come with the wrong combination. Press Q to rotate the cylinder. Choose which bullet to fire. So... oh, God.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed, and that's when the first blow, the sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss My...
So she grabbed the kitchen knife,
But then the culprit took...
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed, and that's when the first blow, the sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss My...
So she grabbed the kitchen knife.
But then the culprit
Bro.
took that...
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed, and that's when the first blow, the sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss My...
So she grabbed the kitchen knife.
But then the culprit took...
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
First one, the sword-related attack. First, there's no explanation how certain parts of the sword got damaged. I'm trying to consider what I'm trying to do here, right? Okay, so obviously the knife, but I assume we're trying to say the knife set? I'm guessing so.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed, and that's when the first blow, a sneak attack.
No, okay. I have absolutely no idea. Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed, and that's when the first blow, a sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss My...
So she grabbed the kitchen knife.
But then the culprit took...
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed, and that's when the first blow.
No,
Okay.
it's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
A part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you want to use a sword, which part of the body would have to touch it? Her palm?
My God! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Think bug, you're not welcome here. Get the frick out.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
Some reasoning right there. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation about what happens in the bathroom at nighttime. The water's off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Because what?
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer
Time
to
to
this
look out my
mystery.
information.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding finding out who killed her. What can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. It's a lie. Dying message.
It's easy just to say hate, but there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues.
Do we really have time?
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Yeah, yes.
It's easy just to say hate, but there just aren't more.
No, it's wrong.
I have a clue that says your name on it,
There
Leon.
still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
No question that Sayaka wrote the message, and I can prove it. Right wrist, left index finger, fatal wound. I'm guessing left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had
Doesn't
blood.
exactly prove it, but you know.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just a look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Thinking it's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
God,
No, I
Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Flying message reveals the killer's real name. You turn the message 180 degrees. It should become crystal clear.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What? What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence Leon tried to get out. That's the thing we found. Yeah, okay. Where's the,
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
What's up, mate? Looking fresh, by the way. Thanks, Belle. How's it going? It's going well for me. So, in a very deep,
But is one scrap
I don't even know if this
fabric
begins a
enough
trial.
to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Hellslit, he's also playing, but he's probably also tryharding.
I think so.
Indeed.
Burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it I need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on duty. That proves that Leon is the real killer.
The key to the trash, whoever was on cleaning duty.
So the only one who... the person who...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator, which means the only possible suspect is...
Okay, so the person...
Huh?
It's the
key
third
to the
one.
trash, whoever was on cleaning duty.
So the only one who... the person who...
And you'd have...
No, it's wrong. Hold on.
I'm insane.
I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
They had to use a glass ball in a certain way, which was throwing it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Well, someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I came down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
The ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me!
It was him.
What do you mean end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument. Okay. In every case, there's one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic book there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at the missing section and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead you to the breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Yes. Can I go to like the next thing? Maybe that wasn't it? I had to open it. No, that would have been that one. Oh, there's more options. A lot more options. No, it wouldn't be there. That's probably this thing. Probably that. Okay, and then whatever this part is, the cleanup, probably that. Well, part am I missing?
Here's exactly what happened.
Oh, I don't know if I did the right
I'd
thing.
better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open,
Didn't mean to skip that, but it's
and
fine.
stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator bin, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? Your first bullet time battle did again. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this battle as a bullet time battle, aka the BTB, by the way. Okay. During the battle, you have to destroy your opponent's statements with the time or the rhythm. Match your button presses with the tempo marker. They move across the screen to reach the center. When the right mouse button, or you press the right mouse button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Okay. And use the left with your left button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get in a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. Watch out for that. Do enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you press left button and shoot it down with the truth bullet like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob,
This seems complicated.
They didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must
Not really
have
that
used
complicated in
something that
theory.
belonged to them.
More so in execution.
Gotcha. They use something of their own to remove the screws. Could it have been?
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
I'll have to show indisputable evidence that Leon's the killer. I need to figure it out.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up.
Failed? What? When we come to the end of the debate, well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the black one. Here at the one with the most votes is Makoto. Makoto is not the black and too bad. Looks like the real killer gets a graduation then. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished. This is really this is all over. What do you say? Give it another shot? Yeah?
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay.
When the killer removed instead.
I refused. Stupid. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Shut up.
Bro, what am I doing wrong? It's like you have to press the right mouse button to lock on, then you have to click the one thing to shoot.
I refuse to give up yet.
So why is it not working?
When the killer removed instead.
How do I have to hold the lock on? Do I just click and it just locks on a random one? Do I gotta like pick something?
Lock onto a random one, then you click again and it fires.
I refuse to acknowledge.
Oh, with the other button.
You're stupid. Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, and nothing was happening, and it's like you lose.
Timing it properly.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied.
What do you mean? How do you time it?
Little dots. You just have to press A and Y on those.
Is there different ones?
I refuse to give up yet.
What do you mean?
Like there's different.
Instead,
When do I have to do my other click?
On the next dot.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
So I have to do one on one dot and then one on the next?
Yeah. So it's just a matter of alternating the two buttons.
Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance! You lied! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! You kidding me? Not a chance! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof?
I can't shoot it. What? I have to click it in literally 0.1 second.
Like up the tempo.
Well, the tempo was like at max when I got it, and it's like final strike. I literally had to click it immediately. I don't even know which button I had to click because it went by so fast.
When the killer removed
I refuse. Stupid. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. Where's this should prove it?
Yeah, I guess I did it.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
Screwdriver.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Their own.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Cool. Got an A rank.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Want to see the Monokuma vote? Uh-oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The black one in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, is none other than Leon Kawada.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon? Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
What the heck is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was a complete chance that I wound up like
I
this.
was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with is really the truth that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and that video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to get stuck in here. The one thing that's more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them, and Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that were not so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka were the friends that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. And when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning, she was using me. And is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do yet to ask her how she was thinking or what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand. Really, I do. Yup. You're not her despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? The passion, intimacy, love, the stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop messing with us, this is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it, everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough, I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what you've done, or what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Dang it. Oh, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during class trial, the black and one Lian Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
That's it?
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? And after she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room, and then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, were you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course I didn't plan on blaming I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in the situation, the mastermind. Uh-oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than the unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to that. What everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Very special punishment for Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
No!
This is gonna be brutal. Why does this part seem so quiet? Ow. What we saw. That was a true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
My adrenaline is pumping right out of control.
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
The heck? Heck you? What the heck are you doing all this evil stuff to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in that case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear. So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? It seems like you're trying to use some common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of crap. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound you into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because one or more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say? I feel like there's some deeper meaning inside in here, just like before.
Thrills,
Anyway,
chills,
let's get to this blackened
kills.
punishment. That's where everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey,
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered in my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen,
I told you before the class trial started, you had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
it's true.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me. You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her.
However,
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you.
so
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway,
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends Sayaka and Leon and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths. I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile. By the way, I have to admit I'm curious. How'd you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well. I'm psychic.
What?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. We're down to 12 people already. The despair bat present. Okay, well I think it's probably a good time to save. I wasn't expecting the trial to take that long. Yeah. This game's gonna get complicated, Jared, and very difficult. Like, I think the only reason that one was even, like, as easy as it was simply because we already kind of knew the outcome. Right? So we kind of knew how the evidence would be used and stuff like that. But you gotta remember, these other ones aren't gonna be like that. We're basically just gonna be figuring out everything from, like, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, say, some of them usually have, like, a really big twist about them. Like, this one was the fact that it's like, oh, they swapped rooms, and so that was complicated, as well as she was trying to kill him, and then it swapped. You know? And I know one of the futures is gonna be similar to that, because I, you know, remember the main twist of it. But the thing is that, like, some of these are going to be, like, genuinely hard to figure out. And, like, the truth bullets and stuff are going to be tough. I just hope the punishment for failing isn't that big. You know, like, say...
Yeah, like you just restart that segment.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Because, it seems really annoying because, like, all the things is, like, the options aren't really, like, super clear on what it is. Especially ones where you got to, like, cycle through options and figure out... You have to cycle your options, mix with the things, you know? So it's going to be tough. Plus, like, a lot of the things you're timed with. But, yeah. I'm hoping it won't be super strict. I doubt it will be, you know? But it might reset you to, like, a certain point, you know? I don't know, though. I'm just hoping it'll be very, easy, you know? In terms of that. But, we'll see. But, yeah. Like I said, that's the main one where, like, I remembered from the anime, you know? But it went to, like, a crazy amount of details that they did not go into in the anime. And so, since I don't remember, like, any of the other ones, it's going to be very difficult.
I didn't remember the sword at all.
Yeah, I don't even know if the sword was in it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's going to be tough. It's going to be fun. It's just like, it's just going to be getting lost in a lot of questions. And we also should definitely figure out why it glitches out for me sometimes, for, like, stuff's in the ceiling and stuff, because that makes it very confusing with, like, gathering evidence and stuff like that, and just seeing what I've looked through, you know? So... You should definitely look into that. But yeah, definitely gonna be tough. It's gonna be fun though. I just have a feeling it could take forever. Like that class trial took a lot of time. You know, like easily over an hour. But anyway, chat, I think we're gonna hop off for now. We played like an hour and 20 minutes more than we planned on. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, it's not the most active. Like, I can't really talk all that much about things, you know? Especially because, like, in that situation, and then maybe some of the other situations, I kind of know some of the outcome just from watching the anime. It's like, I don't want to, like, you know, spoil too much, you know? Because, like, I'll kind of know some outcomes, or at least some, like, key evidence points, you know? But even still, like I said, it's still challenging, because, you know, a lot of this stuff is pretty straightforward. I hope none of them are as complicated as that first one, though, because there was just so much information you had to take in. But, as always, chat, make sure to like, follow, and obey, and we'll catch you on the flippity flop. Ribbit. And, if you're on YouTube, links in the descriptions for links to Twitch, the TikTok, and the Twitter. Always want to watch it live. And if you're on Twitch, exclamation point, any of the social on the screen, and you'll get a link directly to it. But, yeah, I'll see you guys later.